Yo, what's going on, guys? Bush back at it with another video, and I'm here to talk about, of all games, WWE 2K24 and some absolute nonsense that happened with the game recently. I would say a borderline disaster. You guys might be of the mindset that, hey, you're buying a sports game, you should know that it's trash, you should know you're throwing $60 or even potentially more down the toilet. These games are monetized to all hell. It's the same crap every year, whatever. People buy these sports games every year. Nonetheless, WWE 2K24 officially launched on March the 8th, and it came out to mostly negative reviews. Now, the game itself is actually generally considered, for the content that's in the game, one of the better wrestling games in a long time. At least that's what the critics are saying. I believe it's at like an 82 on Metacritic, which honestly, for a sports game and a wrestling game, that's not bad whatsoever. However, if you go on over to Steam, you might notice that right now the reviews are mixed, but it was actually mostly negative a while ago. 30% negative for a while. Right now, it has kind of stabilized at the mix territory. 837 reviews, 54% positive. Now, why is that? If this is one of the best professional wrestling games in a long time, why is this game being received so poorly? And it's really a bigger issue, and that's why I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant here, guys. You guys seem to enjoy that Unicorn Overlord video, so we're gonna go on a little bit of a tirade here as well. But it's the fact that they released the deluxe edition. Oh, baby, I love 2K and how they monetize these games. You guys know me. When I can pay $40 extra for early access, I'm gonna be doing that, right guys? Right guys? You guys love that early access? Take my bank account, just let me play the game 48 hours or 72 hours early, whatever you want to do. Take everything from me, but it's $100 for deluxe edition. God forbid you bought the 40 years of WrestleMania edition for not $110, $120, okay? So most people probably went with those editions for the additional content, and the additional content that's gonna be irrelevant next year. I mean, am I right, guys? But also for the early access. So, 2K with their games bakes in the early access gimmick with all their titles. We saw it happen with Suicide Squad. We've seen it happen with Skull and Bones. It really does seem like, the publishers that are gonna do the early access shtick, it is so predictable who they are. Warner Brothers, Ubisoft, and 2K. Wow, why am I not surprised with that lineup? But things get a little bit more humorous as people paid $100 for early access. And what happened? They played the game. They're playing it for 48 hours early. They're enjoying their time. Oh, all of a sudden the game officially comes out and their early access save has been deleted. Now, 2K did put out a tweet. They noted, "Dear 2K Steam community, we are aware of reported concerns of inconveniences related to WWE 2K24 progress saving on Steam accounts. Our team has identified and resolved those reports concerted related to some content packs." Also, the DLC wasn't being redeemed, and it seemed like saves were getting a little bit crazy. It was wild. It seemed like that has been resolved, but again, people spent $100 to play this game early, and you're getting hit with that nonsense. Not to mention that this also happened, not exactly the same thing, but Suicide Squad in its early access period also had issues. How are we getting to a point where people are being charged $100, and you can make an argument that, hey, it's on them for being dumb enough to spend $100, but $100, $120, and then in that early access period, or coming out of that early access period, you're having issues with the additional content. Like, are you kidding me? That is so much nonsense. That is just so bad. And here's where it gets even more funny to me. As a gesture of goodwill, players can redeem the locker code of Head of the Table to receive 2 My Faction packs, Legend Series, and a Roman Reigns free agent card. Guys, if you don't know what the My Faction component is, this is something that is being integrated to every sports games. I know EA is doing it as well. It's essentially like a card game gimmick where it is heavily monetizable, and they can get a lot of money out of people. So, let's get this straight. People spent $100 or $120 to play this game early and get the additional content. You had issues with that early access period or the content getting rolled into the game after release. Okay. And as the gesture of goodwill, guys, I cannot make this up. You gave them a promo code to get them 2 My Faction packs, which gets them on that mode to redeem that code and get those benefits on the Predatory microtransaction heavy component of the game. What? This is honestly kind of humorous. They act like this is like, oh yeah, you're getting 2 My Faction packs. Guys, the reason why they want to give you those My Faction packs, and they can pretend all they want, oh, it's a gesture of goodwill, guys. They want you on that component of the game, the My Faction component, the card game component, and they want you to get into it. Trust me, they're desperate for you to get into it. That's why it's prominently featured in the game mode. That's why when you click in the My Faction component, it gives you like a pack you gotta open, and you cannot back out of that portion of that like initial phase where you set everything up. You cannot back out of that. They make you go through all of that. They are desperate for you to get into My Faction. All of those sports games aren't. It's not just this. Whatever that card game component is, because that is so heavily monetizable, and it is a egregious monetization practice on top of these sports games. But guess what? If people want to spend their money, if people want to be whales for the game, yo, more power to you. But the fact that there was this early access issue and the benefit that they're giving and they're promoting as a gesture of goodwill is you're getting the 2 My Faction packs. Like, oh my goodness. Like, yo, 2K, you might be able to fool a lot of other people. You ain't fooling me with this one. I know exactly what you're doing here. You're trying to get people on that game mode. You're trying to get them to get invested, because again, with components like that, you just need to get their foot in the door, and then you have the opportunity to get them down that vortex of degeneracy where you can start spending money and getting your packs and whatnot. Like, that is where the real disaster can begin, and where the real disaster can strike in terms of getting even more money out of you. No, the $60 isn't enough for a yearly sports game. No, the $100 ain't enough for the deluxe edition. No, the $120 ain't enough for the WrestleMania 40 years edition of the game. They gotta monetize it beyond that with the My Faction component. You know there's a certain group, and you know what? It's your money. Do whatever the hell you want with it. You know there's a certain group of people every year that are probably spending thousands of dollars on these games. That is literally not hyperbole. That's how crazy this is, and it's probably like uber profitable for them, so I guess good on you, but it's like just crazy to me. And I get it, most of you guys aren't into sports games. You probably aren't even aware that this is a vortex that people get down when it comes to sports games. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's humorous to me that the game had issues in terms of progress saving, and then on top of that, the way that they're making it up to the player base is you get some content for the predatory microtransaction heavy component of the game. But I guess that's the world we live in, guys. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Again, I know you guys don't care that much about this. It's a game that probably doesn't interest you all that much, but figured I would talk about it because I found it humorous, if nothing else. Again, me saying anything, I'm just calling it like I see it. Is it gonna do anything? No. 2K is gonna make money hand over fist, and all the sports games make money hand over fist every year with everything that they do. So, it is what it is. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.